Hi, I'm Jessica Beck from the IELTS course 3 Keys IELTS, and today I would like to teach you 5 phrases to speak about your culture, your hometown, your home country. On the speaking exam, these types of questions are everywhere. In part 1, you're often asked to describe your hometown or your country or the place where you're living now, if you're living in a different place. You're also asked to share ideas from your culture. So a common part 1 question might be, in your culture, do people watch much TV? Or what's a traditional breakfast food where you come from? These sorts of questions pop up a lot in part 1. In part 3 also, you are often asked to reflect on bigger ideas about the society you come from, what your traditions and culture means and how it's different today than in the past. So the ability to speak and to introduce ideas from your culture is very important. So I'm going to give you 5 phrases that you can use to accomplish this task. So the first phrase is just very common. Let's start easy. In my culture, we like to blah, blah, blah. In my culture, it is very common for blah, blah, blah. So of course, that's the basic one. Don't use it too often because it's very common to say that. If you really want to impress the examiner, you want to use more interesting phrases. So you could say, it is not uncommon in my country. I like this one. So for example, I could say, it is not uncommon. That double negative shows a higher level of relating words in your sentence structure. In my culture, it is not uncommon for people to still cook eggs and bacon for breakfast. I don't know if that's common or not, actually, but it sounds good. So it's not uncommon for people to blah, blah, blah. So you use that phrase to introduce a habit, something that you commonly see or people commonly do. Another phrase that you can use, say, well, where I'm from, people generally eat cereal for breakfast. So it's this whole transition and introduction phrase that a native speaker would use. Well, where I'm from, people generally do blah, blah, blah. Okay, so again, it's not about having a high-level vocabulary. It's about using natural vocabulary and sentence structure that a native speaker would use. And that just increases your fluency score, your vocab, your grammar, because it's perfect. It's exactly what I would say. All right? Now I'll teach you a high-level linking word you could use perhaps in part 3. It's not a linking word, but it's an adjective, ubiquitous. I love this word. So ubiquitous means something that is everywhere. All right, so you could say something ubiquitous in my country is Starbucks. They're everywhere. You can't walk 5 blocks without seeing a Starbucks. So again, that phrase is something ubiquitous in my country is blah, blah, blah. Again, great sentence structure, high-level vocabulary word. It's something that a native speaker would say. Okay, so that's the 4th one. The last one is trying to work in some more native speaker, not high level, but interesting vocabulary. So remember, in order to get a 7 or higher for vocabulary on the speaking exam, it's not just about high-level words. It's about interesting vocabulary. All right, something that you don't just get from a textbook. So in this phrase, we're using the word folks instead of people. So you could say it's not, and it has that double negative thing I like again, it's not unusual for folks in my hometown to go watch the car races on the weekend. Actually, they did do that in my hometown. I used to love doing that. So it's not unusual for folks in my hometown to da da da. And these are very versatile phrases, very easy to memorize and use on the speaking exam. So please watch this video a couple times, write down these phrases that I gave you, and practice using them to talk about your culture, your hometown, because that's not something we often talk about in English, right? Or even in your first language, you probably don't talk about it because it's just normal. Why would you talk about it? So it's really important to practice describing things from your home country, your hometown, in English. So practice using these phrases and describe the eating habits, shopping habits, exercise habits of people where you're from. I promise you, you will be able to use these on the speaking exam to impress the examiner. So thank you very much for watching. For more tips and tricks and IELTS level practice, please visit my website, IELTS.allearsenglish.com, and check out our IELTS course, the only course that comes with a score increase guarantee. So if you want to increase your score by a whole band point or more, check out my course, 3 Keys IELTS, available on IELTS.allearsenglish.com. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.